Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Are you doing good today? I hope you're feeling well. I know my Mr. Otis is because he's right here on the floor sleeping, snoring away. Some things that have most recently come out, we saw photos of Harry and Meghan going to Oprah's home. Now, if you remember what happened with Oprah, she had this gentleman on named James Frey. A Million Little Pieces was the name of his book. He lied, he embellished things about his story. And he got to go on Oprah and talk about his story, but Oprah didn't know about all these lies and embellishments of his story. Well, then it came out later that he actually lied. There was an article out that said James Frey, the man who conned Oprah, and she was really taken aback by being called out and shown to the world that this man had conned you. You've given him all these accolades about his story. Well, it comes out to not be true. And so Oprah then had the gentleman back onto her show, and she was really upset. She wanted to confront this man who, how dare you lie to me and my viewers? We trusted you. What you were saying was the truth. And this James Frey guy was really apologetic. He was sorry about the things that he said. Oprah really had him back on to confront him. And then later she apologized about how she confronted him. She said she had showed a lack of compassion. Her job, she said, is to get the story out of people and to get to the truth. And she didn't like how she portrayed herself, and she really wanted to show more compassion. And so later she had him in a special again, and she talked about how she did not show any compassion for him and how she had initially spoken to him when she confronted him. And this is what I say. I say, Mr. Markle deserves compassion. The man has had a stroke. He has lost his daughter in the very symbolic way of her not wanting to speak with him anymore, because Harry and Meghan both have started a bunch of nonsense. This is not about other people having to apologize to Harry and Meghan and, them trying to find the people in their lives that have done them wrong. No, they have done a lot of people wrong together. These two have done things wrong, and they need to come clean, and they need to show some compassion to their own families. And I hope if they are doing another story with Oprah, I hope it is for Oprah to confront Harry and Meghan about the provable lies that they told, and to not let another James Frey situation happen again. Because this is what it's starting to look like. And I think if you're going to get to any story, talk to the people that are brought into the story, because you cannot have no truth if all you're hearing is someone telling you a bunch of lies, and you trying to help embellish those lies, and you're trying to give those lies a platform so that more people can hear the lies to help with the branding or whatever it is that they're trying to do. So what is Oprah's real meaning behind this? I don't know if they're going to have another interview, but what is the point? Why are they going to see Oprah? More importantly, is this Oprah telling them, y'all have to come clean with me? We're coming clean with the lies. Or is this Oprah helping them embellish more lies? And we know what happened when lies were given to her last time and how she reacted. She was even apologetic in how she acted and how she didn't show forgiveness to the guy that conned her. So we really have to pay a close attention to actually what is happening here, because this is going to be a turning point. Because the last I heard, Oprah was trying to distance herself from Harry and Meghan. Have they come clean? Or are they coming to start talking about how they need to continue riding that pony of lies? What is it? Sit there and speak it about, well, it was Kate who made me cry. It was Kate. Kate made me cry. Yes, she did. I was the one duped, Oprah. I was the one who was hurt. It was me that was going through the pain and the suffering. They won't even give my child a title. Does Oprah know why he won't get a title? Is she just going to listen to Meghan say that and say, oh, isn't that just so wrong? That's terrible. Or will we really get to the truth of the matter? We can only wait and see. But seeing them go to Oprah's gave me a lot to think about, a lot for Oprah to question when it comes to Harry and Meghan and their truth and the lies that they told her? Will she show forgiveness to Mr. Markle about what he did to Meghan? Will Oprah allow Mr. Markle to speak his story and to counter the things that Meghan has said about him? Or are we always going to continue to look at this woman who married into the royal family as a victim of sorts? Are we always going to look at her as someone who we only want to hear her voice because she's got the pretty voice? She's got the pretty voice with the castles and the money and the pretty dresses and the titles and the controversy with the queen. Like, her story, is it so beautifully packaged that we're only allowed to hear her story? Are we going to take middle-class people who are not so enamored with celebrity and spotlight and the glamour life, and are we going to take their story? Of course, we've done things that Meghan may think, I'm sorry, but I can't. You just look, my brother, he went on that show. My father, he did this, you know, and Samantha, she's suing me. I just can't. Or will you really start to see why they did the things that they have done as a counter to the things that Meghan has started by trying to push her family out? It has to be spoken about. It can't be swept under the rug. It cannot. And this is an opportunity to get to the real story. Oprah, show Mr. Markle some compassion. He deserves it. This man has had a stroke. He has gone through a lot. And he needs to be the one that's showed a little bit of compassion and should have his truth told. But the fact is that they were seen leaving or going to Oprah's home. We know Harry and Meghan more than likely had the paparazzi show up, because this is not something where they'll be sitting out waiting for Harry and Meghan to show up any day now. It's like any day they're going to show up. We just know it. We just know it's going to happen. So they just sit there waiting. No, you don't do that. That's a waste of time. You're out finding other stories that you can get. People are not waiting to see who's coming to Oprah's. They got a tip, and the tip said, hey, look, we're going to be going to Oprah's. Oprah called us to come on over. You want to have your cameras there and catch us walking in, or to catch us driving into Oprah's house? And that's what happened. And so more than likely, they sold these pictures. They went into Oprah's home and they wanted us to know that they were meeting with Oprah again. And I think this is a signal to the people at the royal family, to other people, that we are still going to tell our story. We're going to let more out. We're going to keep this going, this whole rift. But this is where I believe real teachable moments come in, because is this going to be another one of Oprah's come back, I want to confront you about the lies you've told? Or is this going to be, let's retell the story and to clear up some things from the first interview that I didn't ask you the first time? Is this going to be Oprah trying to sweep things up? Or is this going to be Oprah trying to help Harry and Meghan get their story out in a better way than it came out the first time, because of all the backlash and the lies? You lied. Like, what's it going to be? We don't know. She can look at what Meghan is doing, and she can really be that mediator to get to the truth of the story, because this is what Oprah has said. This is what her job is to tell people's stories and to get the truth out. And you cannot have the truth out there if you're only listening to Meghan, because Meghan has been a proven liar. She has shown that she does not come clean with the truth. She embellishes the truth, just like James Frey did. He embellished. Meghan has embellished a lot of stories that are provable. I don't know how they're going to be perceived, or how Oprah is going to get their story again. That has yet to be seen. I just hope that she brings Mr. Markle into the story that Meghan may be trying to retell. Because you cannot have the truth if you're only hearing Meghan's side of the story. Meghan is in a position where she can say, well, I don't want my father in my story. You know, Oprah, I just want to talk to you, girl. It's just me and you, girl, and this is my truth. Yes, my truth. But Oprah at that point should say, no, we need to get to the truth. So Oprah has a duty, due diligence, to hear Mr. Markle's story. Why does Meghan feel that she only wants to speak to her father. Why did she lie and say that she doesn't have siblings? Girl, what you talking? Yes, you do. Yes, you do have siblings. It's provable. That's what I don't understand. It's provable. But you gonna sit here and lie and say you don't. Like, this stuff needs to be brought out. There is a lot of unrest that needs to be addressed.